here we are in Shaw. If you're thinking this looks a little bit familiar, the Briar Mill there with that shot, that was at the opening of the TV series Scott and Bailey, which of course was based in Oldham. Where I'm heading today, you might think, well, can he get out up there? Well, I don't know. This is a part of Shaw, according to the map. I don't know, there's a couple of tracks, but I'm going to give it a go and see if I can get through. For those out there who don't think I go out on tracks enough on this cube, well, I am doing. I'm in eco at the moment, so I might have to. I'm going to have to go into an higher setting shortly. Well, it's not doing so bad up here in Eco, but it's going to get a bit steeper here. This is Mark Lane, Shaw. I'll just up it a notch, I think. Well, that's a bit better. Yeah, Friday the 13th today. Come on, Mr. Squirrel. That's it. Now, just up here, there's a cricket club. I don't know whether you can get out up here, but we'll give it a go. Hey. Well, why would you put speed bumps on a minor road like this? See, they'll do that, but when it comes to fireworks, nobody gives a damn. Health and safety are absolutely silent on that subject, aren't they? Ooh, I don't like the looks of this. Where does this go? Oh, it goes off to the right here, look. Well, I don't know. I'll follow it, see what happens. See, it might just go to a farm, this. Private road, you see. Yeah, well, I'll not bother. Private road, eh? Well, it's only 6 degrees out today. That's the cricket field there, look. My brother used to live over there, that one with the palms in the back. Walking out around the edge of this cad, just here. Oh, still went over it. Well, I don't think I can get out up there. I'll have to carry on and back down here and turn left. It might look nice on your television picture or whatever you're watching this on, but believe me, it's really cold. I can't see me doing much sweating today. Right, here we are. You won't slip on the leaves. Road Knoll, this. Well, I don't know. No. Road Knoll? That's a bit of an odd thing, isn't it? Look, the cobblers to me, this lot. I don't know about this one neither. Right, what goes up here? Middleton Farm. Right. Well, it threw it down a bit since. Last night I could hear it when we were in bed. So everywhere's a little bit wet underfoot. Now, Middleton Farm was up there. Let's try up here, won't you? Well, I've still got the same back tyre on and the same brake pads and the same chain, all original. And as you can see, I'm on 2,000 miles now. Right. Now this looks a bit dodgy up here. I can't see where I'm going. Oh, this is a bit steep, bumpy. Loads of dead leaves. Well, in turbo and the low gear, it's going up here, no trouble. Question is, where does this go now? It carries on up there, look. Oh my God. Well, I don't like the looks of this. Now this is going to test my cycling skills, isn't it? Going up here. Well, didn't do very well there. Oh, look at this. Now, can I get going again? This isn't really for a bike. I wouldn't have thought it was. Especially a bike like this. But it isn't a mountain bike, is this? Yeah. Look at these stones here. Well, I have to say, this must be one of the roughest tracks I think I've gone up. The problem is, it's steep as well. Let's give it another go. I'm going to do it here. Well, so far so good. Well, I hope this goes somewhere, because putting a lot of effort in here. can't see properly because of the sun. Oh, it's going to be a bit worse than this. I don't think I can. Right, hang on a minute. This has got too bad to cycle on. God, it's a bit heavy to push up here. Right, hang on a minute. Walk assist. Press plus. Oh, here we go. We're away. Like wheel spinning. Well, I'd have thought horses would find it a bit difficult coming down here. I'm assuming it goes somewhere, this. So you get to this steep bit up here, and I might give it another go. Well, it is going on its own, this. Like assist. Right. Let's have a look round. Well, you can see that's the Briar Mill down there, where we've just come from. And that's where I live, right over there on the mills. Well, it's coming fair right here. They're fairy shite, as my dad had said. Right, here we go again. Yeah, we're doing all right here. We get it level out a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this now. Legs. Oh, right, well, that's all right, isn't it? Well, what can you say about this bike, eh? Put it back in touring now, I think. Somebody here with a jack. Well, here we are. Well, it looked as though we could get through on the map, but it didn't look as bad as that. So this is Lower Sholver Estate now, which I think are all, a lot of them are private now, private houses. Well, that track I've just been up, I think even on an electric mountain bike, a mountain bike with thick tyres, I think you find it's a bit of a struggle. I mean, it's alright being stony, but when it's steep as well. it works. Well, I'll tell you what, this roadwork's all over the place these days. I don't know what's going on. Now, what are these doing? Not much from what I can see of it. Why do people have cars and smoking? I bought it second-hand Ford Granada once and it smelled really sweet, and after about a month the smell of smoke started appearing. Could I get rid of it? No chance. Well, if that's known as lower Sholver, is this known as upper Sholver? Sounds quite posh, that, doesn't it? Upper Sholver. Believe me, it's not. Well, I'll go right to the top of Sholver Lane here. So when I go out on the bike now, anywhere, I use the Wimmiest camera as a sort of a dash cam. I just turn it on with a fully charged battery and just film it all, because you never know, something could happen. And if it did, unless the camera conked out, and it should be on film, shouldn't it? Right, now take a last look at the cube. No, it's not going, it's just take a last look at it with these tyres on, because we have two new tyres. Now the front tyre is pretty good, there's quite a lot of tread on that, but we've got two. They were £39 for the pair, and they've got extra puncture protection in them, like a belt it says, and there's a way they go on. Now they might not look that grippy, but Continental claim that they're good for all surfaces. Well, that remains to be seen, doesn't it? Right, now a cause for concern is the chain. Now I have a chain testing tool here. I must say it's going a bit gloomy out here. Now first of all we'll have a look at the Scott. Now this bike's done 1,100 miles, and this chain has a pretty easy life and it's been well lubricated. Now you can see there's quite a big gap under there, so there's hardly any wear off that chain. And the cassette as well is in pretty good nick. Now compare that with this chain. Just pop that on there. Don't like going in a lot. See, there's two different positions for this. I'm not sure what, but that gap is definitely not as good as it was when it were brand new. So it's stretched a little bit, but it's not too bad yet. But they do say if you let the chain stretch and stretch and stretch, it will put extra wear on the cassette, and then when you put a new chain on, it starts skipping over the gears, just like that bike did. So I'm going to put a new chain on, and also I've got the wheels off. I'm going to check the brake pads as well, which are on the other side, and if they're still not showing that much sign of wear, I'll leave them on. Alright, so I'll let you have a look at it when it's done. I'll probably do this tomorrow. Okay. Oh, I'll just let you have a look at the chain. So it's a Shimano chain. It's a e-bike design. I think it's about 20 quid. And I've also bought myself a pair of chain separating pliers. So instead of struggling with a pair of long nose pliers, so it should make life a bit easier, that. Right, okay. See you in a bit. Right, now I've made a start on this chain. Now I've got the old one. You can clearly see the old chain on the right, which is really mucky, and the new chain. Now what I'm going to do is lay them out on a flat surface and get them exactly the right length on the side of each other. And just watch this, what happens. So you get up to right up to the end of the chain. Practically, I don't know if you can see that, but we're half a length, half a chain link difference. So I didn't think this chain was all that stretched out, but it must be. So I've got to cut this one now to the same length as what this should have been when it was new, and put it back on the bike. Okay. Right, well, I've had some right fun and games here. I've dropped a right cod. The first cod is the chain I've sent for isn't a quick release one, so you've got to actually join it together with a pin. When I tried doing it, the pin bent and broke in two, so I've had to actually put the old chain back on. Anyway, I managed to put the tyres on. I have to say they're a little bit thinner, but we'll have to see how they go on. Looks funny without a white wall tyres on, doesn't it? So these are the original. That's the back one. See, it's coming through pretty bad there. And that plenty of tread on that, so I'm going to keep that, because it might end up going on again at a future date with another similar tyre to that. Now I've also replaced the brake pads, front and back, and believe me, they were really worn down. There was hardly, I'd say, 0.5 millimetre of meat left on them. Really getting dangerous. So it's a good job that was done. Right, so we're going to have to send off for, if I want to use this chain now, bless it, see, I've got to join it together there, look, like that, with a tool and a pin, which I don't tell, so you can send off for pins. So we're going to send off for one and give it my best shot. Ellen thinks you can send off a quick release doodads and all, so I might have a go at one of them. But that was £26, that chain. I mean, to have to send off for another chain just because it's got a quick release on it, it'd break my heart. And the tyres I've pumped up with this new pump we've got. Tell you what, done half pump the tyres up, they went up in no time at all. So I put £40 front and back. This pumps up to £100. So we've got it for the motorhome really, because them are really pressurised beyond belief, them tyres. I think there is £70 in the front and £80 in the back tyres. Right, so I'll sign off for now and see what happens. Okay. Right, now I'm I'm going to rethink about this, and it's the cube with its new tyres on. Now I think I might be able to reuse this quick link off the old chain that I put back on. It's, you can see it, that's it there, look. So I'll just show you how these pliers work if you don't already know. Make life a lot easier. And there we are. And that's how it splits. Okay. Right. So now I've got to get the quick link off here, which it should pull out of there like that, and see if it'll fit the new chain. I have a feeling it might not. I've got that one and that one, but before I get that one off, I'm going to go in here and see if it'll fit this one. It's got to go through the hole easily. Well, that's through that short bit of chain I cut off yesterday, and it's, yeah. So the old chain is for a 9-speed cassette, and the new chain is as well. Well, that looks as though it's going to be alright. Look at this here again. Right, so I've just got to take a link off this now, because I cut it slightly too long. I've just got to get rid of them two there. Alright. Right, the new chain is on. That's the old link there. And everything seems alright. My only concern now is this cassette. I'm going to go for a ride now, and I'll see how it performs, whether it's going to start jumping over these teeth. If it does, it'll need a new cassette. Right, okay, so we are ready to go for a little test drive. Test drive. So we've got new tyres, new disc pads front and back, and a new chain. Right, so here goes. Well, so far so good. Just change gear there. So I'm in 6th gear now. See, well, I'm looking down at that front tyre, and it does look a bit thin. I've got 40 pounds of pressure in each tyre, or at least 35 pounds, which is quite high. And it doesn't feel too bad a ride, this. Not going far. Just to test. I mean, I've got to try the brakes as well. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about the brakes, because the levers are pulling quite a long way up. So what you have to do before you put new brake pads in is so before you put new brake pads in, you've got to get a screwdriver, a flat blade screwdriver, and push the cylinders back in, and otherwise you'll not get your the disc just won't go between the new pads. And you'd think after that, I mean that there, that's pulling up quite a long way. It seems alright. As you can see, I've done the 2,023 miles. slopey. Let's try another gear. Yeah. Well, that's alright, isn't it? So by renewing the chain a bit before it really needs it, I managed to save the cassette. Oh yes, well, I'm really pleased about this. Yeah. I've got Rishworth Rise, I think. Pretty steep that. If it's trying to skip round the cassette, it'll do it up here. Oh, it's alright that. See, I tend to use probably gear 5, 6, 7 and 8 more than anything. It seems alright to them, so oh. Well, what can you say? Yeah, so what can you say? 2,000 miles, the back tyre needs replacing, the brake pads need replacing, and put a new chain on. Okay, job's a good one. Let's keep your fingers crossed. Many more videos. Okay, see you later.